Why hello there. Today we're going to talk about Christianity in Korea. Okay, so first and foremost, I am a Christian, but I'm not here to preach to you guys about my own faith. Rather, I want to talk about Christianity in Korea because it's really different, at least in my eyes. But before I start talking about Christianity here, I want to talk to you guys about the netizens. Now, the netizens are, think of anonymous, but on the scale of a country. And Korea is a very small country, so it's really easy for like people to go to the internet and organize and really make someone's life hell, or even influence legislation. They really cause a lot of people to commit suicide when they go on the little like rampages. But anyways, Christianity in Korea is very much like the netizens. So they're like a huge collective. But really, what's interesting is that the percentage of Christians in Korea is, it's really only like 30%. It's like a little bit under 30%. Yet they have such a huge influence over the entire country. They're very mob-like. Now, churches here are more like a business. Like back home, you guys probably see like some of these pastors or preachers who are always doing some schemes or taking money from people. That kind of happens here like on a weekly basis. People are so discontent with the church that more and more people are becoming like me, where we don't really trust the church. We just practice being Christians, but not going to church. And that's like a growing trend that's going on here. But anyways, probably the biggest church or biggest business, whichever way you want to look at it, Yoido Full Gospel Church. It has way over 1 million members by now, and in Korea there's something called the chaebols. They're basically like a family. Well, they're the large companies, but they're like family owned. So like the best known is Samsung. They control like everything in this country, but churches are like chaebols in their own way. They're passed down from generation to generation, their business dealings. And Yoido Full Gospel Church actually has some of the dirtiest schemes, ranging from everything from like political scandals to sex scandals, money laundering, tax evasion, pretty much everything. But anyways, it's like the biggest church, but there's so many. But right now that's the only one that comes to mind. And really, Christianity here is not the same as back home. Probably the first thing you guys are gonna notice when you come to Korea are the neon crosses. It is really weird. I don't usually associate Christianity with like a neon flashing lights, but over the skyline you can see crosses in pretty much all directions. It's become such a problem that people even complain because of the light pollution. Now, Seoul is like a city of lights. It's really bright, but with all these neon crosses, people can't really get the sleep that they deserve. Anyways, they tried to pass some law. The people went against the churches, and they tried to pass some law to get the churches to turn off the neon lights so they could sleep better. And the church netizens pretty much organized and said it was like discrimination against church and blah blah blah. Anyways, the law didn't pass, but it just goes to show how quickly Christians here can get in a group and mob up against politicians or something and really make their life hell. It was even last year, I believe, that together they were able to ban evolution in textbooks. And that was really a pretty bad lose. But internationally, Korea got such high embarrassment then they actually reverted back to having evolution in textbooks. So I think Koreans are much more worried about embarrassment, especially on the international scale, compared to having a third of the country hate hate themselves. But anyways, another thing I really have to talk about is the way that Koreans spread the word. And really, they like to spread the word with two megaphones strapped on their sides with giant crosses that say you're going to hell, sometimes something about a chip. But anyways, you see these guys walking around with like giant signs or banners, and they have like these huge megaphones, and they march around with these crosses. And well, in Korea, I think if I can explain this, when you're arguing or for something, even, well, let me say, during the election times, the person who's louder wins. I know it seems a little, it's like a rough explanation, but I think in Korea, the louder you are without losing your cool, you win any argument. But anyways, these guys walk around pretty much most touristy places, and I think that's really a harsh way of promoting Christianity, because like really, well, I don't even agree with the way most Christians do it. They really just pressure you. I was on a train the other day, and like these three Christians were just like mobbing this one guy who just wanted to get out of there. But I believe as a Christian that I'm supposed to influence people through my life and the way I live, but the way people do it here, it's like very businessy, very mob, very in your face, very extreme Republican. The same way in the States, but here it's like all of them. So it's really strange. But anyways, let me talk to you guys about my own experiences with the church here, because being Christian, I wanted to come to church in Korea, but the church here is it's not very, well, no church is really that much fun, but here it's kind of, they take a lot of your time. If I went to church here, which I did, it's really like a whole day commitment. You have like a 4 hour congregation. Then they want to go to Bible study, which they kind of pressure you to go to anyways. And then after that, they have like a church dinner, or they want you to do like church clubs, everything church. And if you don't want to do all these things, they kind of make you feel like you're a bad Christian. Like, so there's a lot of peer pressure from people here to give your life to the church. And it's not like the States where they kind of like just pass you the basket to give some money if you want. Here it's like 10%. So when I say it's really businessy, I really mean it's really businessy. I have had some positive experiences with some of my friends' churches that I've gone here, but I can tell you I don't really have the willpower to commit an entire day to going to church in Korea. And like I said, there's a lot of pressure. Koreans have this whole unity and collective that they pressure each other to dress one way or act one way or another. But the church here is just way off. But I wanted to leave you guys with that, and I'm glad you guys are watching my videos. Sorry I haven't been doing them. I'm just really busy and my phone's ringing. Don't mind that. But I hope you guys enjoy this one video, and I will see you guys soon.